see the difference between here and here?
Yeah.
This is a replica, actually, here, the lower jaw. But on the left-hand jaw, you can see the white pieces, it's original. So this lower right-hand jaw is modeled from the shape of the left-hand jaw. You make a mirror replacement of it and cast it in resin. So, but Stan's skull is mostly original. It's the most complete T-Rex skull of any T-Rex in the world. There are other T-Rex skeletons which have more complete skeletons. Stan has 199 original bones. So it means his 60% of the bones that you see here are original. So the skull is not original here. This is the original one here. The neck is cast as well for the full vertebra because it's too heavy to put up here. So those are kept in our storeroom. The pelvis is original. The femur, the tibia are original. The metapodials are original. Some of the toe bones are replacements. They're resin casts because it's unusual to find a complete skeleton with all the toes. Usually the smaller bones go missing. But it is one of the most remarkable T-Rex skeletons. The bone preservation is very good in South Dakota. The bones have this brown color. Fossils can be different color depending on which geologic strata they're in. So there's another T-Rex called Tristan that was on display in the Berlin Natural History Museum a few years ago. His bones are completely black. So there's no standard color. It depends on the rocks that the dinosaur bones are preserved in. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes brown, sometimes black, sometimes dark chocolatey brown color. It depends totally on the thing. But what you're looking at, Stan is in age is believed to be about 20 years old, between 20 to 25. In terms of when he lived, he's 67 million years old.
But 20 years.
It's an adult?
It's an adult. It's an adult. Yeah. We know that T-Rexes can live up to about 25 years of age from different skeletons that we found. But it's a male. It's a male. So he's called Stan because Stan Sakerson was the paleontologist who discovered him. And for example, if you go to Chicago to the Field Museum, they have a T-Rex called Sue. Because Susan Henriksen was the lady who discovered our first T-Rex bone. So dinosaurs are often named after the person who discovered them. They give it a nickname. So it's called Stan, and you could say that Sue in Chicago is his kind of sister.
How many are they in the world that are more or less like 50% plus complete?
There are more than 60 T-Rexes around the world. But not very complete ones. Stan is the fifth most complete one, but Stan is the number one in terms of completeness of the skull. So the other T-Rexes, Sue is 1 or 2 meters bigger than Stan, so slightly larger. You know, often in some reptiles and birds, the females are larger than the males.
Correct.
So we know that female T-Rexes could be a little bigger. We know from the shape of the pelvis, and the shape of the pelvis is this bit, and this bit. This is the ilium, ischium, and the acetabulum bit, where the femoral head articulates with the hip. And the shape of the pelvis means that it's a male. T-Rex.
Okay.
So we can tell that, and as I said, Sue is a female.
And most of them are found in North America?
Most of them, yeah, because it's the apex predator of the late Cretaceous period. So you find such dinosaurs in the Hell Creek formation. The Hell Creek Formation is in South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, these kind of states in that part of America. And you find many famous dinosaurs in that area. You would then have the Morrison Formation, where you have Jurassic dinosaurs that are older. This is Cretaceous, so the Stan is not living in the Jurassic period. He's living in the Cretaceous period, which is the sort of 140 million to 65, 66 million. And of course, Stan lived a million years just before you have the asteroid impact that wipes out the dinosaurs and then leads
every living creature. And what is the second region of the world where you would find dinosaurs?
You find dinosaurs also in Argentina, in Australia, in China, Mongolia.
Africa nowadays.
But not so much. But you find some dinosaurs even in Arabia. You find there's a dinosaur trackway in Yemen near to Sana'a. You find a few dinosaur bones in western part of Saudi Arabia, a few dinosaur bones in Oman.
And are they smaller in scale compared to their American cousins?
Yeah, they're different species of dinosaurs. But they do exist. Actually, the UAE at this time is really under the sea, so we only have chance to find marine things from the late Cretaceous, such as mosasaurs or predatory Cretaceous fish, things like this. And we do find fossils of marine fossils from Cretaceous period in Jebel Hafid, near to Alain. But we find marine fossils of ancient coral and ancient bivalves. We have primitive bivalves called rudisks, which look kind of crazy, like very ugly tubes with saucepan lids on them, but they're a very primitive type of bivalve that lived in shallow seas. So we do have fossils from the same period as Stan in UAE, but we have just marine fossils because basically we're in shallow, we're under the water in that time. This is like your elbow. He can bend his mouth to take a bigger bite. So just with his mouth like this, he can eat your little brother in one go. If he wanted to bite all three of you, he would make his jaws like that. He would bend his jaws here, and then he can bite up all three of you in one go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The head is not real.
Teeth, some of the teeth are real and some are replica.
Can you show us the teeth? I know how the
Teeth are real. This one is a real one.
But the one that
You can see when it's got cracks. Where the tooth doesn't have many cracks in it,
that's not.
then it's a replica, because these ones are replica ones on this side. Yeah.
Why do you need to put a replica on?
Just to complete it, to show people what it looked like, because we have the real one on the left side, small around, and so it gives people a better idea.
Are you a paleontologist?
I am. I'm a paleontologist and an archaeologist.
Have you ever
Yes. This is my name here. I work for the Department of Culture and Tourism, and I help to make this exhibition. That's my job.
Have you ever found
Yes, I found this elephant tusk. You see the one which is 2.5 meters long over here? I discovered that in 2001. So 2002, I excavated it and brought it back to Abu Dhabi. So 20 years.
That's 12. That was 12 years before.
Yeah.
Where's your tools?
My tools, they're in my toolbox. I keep them, I don't carry them around with me because they're too heavy to carry. These are two of my tools, you see. This laser pointer. See? This is the tooth mark of another T-Rex. So the T-Rex bit him, and this is a puncture mark. This is normal, the back of the skull, and it's been missing here. It's been bitten off. So another T-Rex bit him. Yeah, that's it. That's a stiff neck up here.
What's the hole on the bone?
Pointing in people's eyes.
So? What's this? This is a white knot.
These are the ribs.
Yeah, this.
These are the ribs. These are from the cervical vertebra. These are cervical ribs. It's protective ribs that protect the neck of the diamond.